fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Surprise! A second video today, and it's coming out pretty late. So if you're an American, you probably get to see it. If you're one of our Europeans, you're up really late, and your mother says go to bed. But like we've been doing the past couple months, Scopely is letting us give you a preview of what's to come here this month and January. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you that I think everything coming is amazing, because I don't. But at the same time, there's definitely some really neat stuff, and I'm curious to see what all of you think. Now, this preview video is limited in what I can tell you, but what I can tell you is the Ex-Borg tree is getting an update. Specifically, the faction is getting an update. Now, what exactly does that mean? Because Rev, that could mean anything. Well, I can actually give you a lot of details specifically about this, and those details will actually let you know quite a bit about everything else. But update 62, expanding the Ex-Borg faction, first ever Enterprise arc. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's Star Trek Enterprise. Yes, the Star Trek Enterprise. Finally, the long-awaited red-headed stepchild, it's me, of Star Trek makes its way into Star Trek Fleet Command. We've got the Ex-Borg faction bring in the Xindi and the Delphic Expanse. Now, the Ex-Borg faction is going to have 5 new reputation levels. We'll cover that here in a second. 25 new Ex-Borg favors, basically working how they work in the Bajoran faction. The Bajoran faction has been so well received. There you go. Now, before you already ask, yep, you're going to have new mechanics. There's a loop involved. Now, we've been told this loop will take 5 minutes a day max. That's what we've been told. So take that for what it is, 5 minutes a day. But there's a loop involved, and it has currencies. Hit the like button if you love new currencies, and if you don't love them, well, you probably expected them to be coming anyway. So hit the like button. It helps out the channel. New Delphic Expanse systems and more. So let's go over the full breakdown. I got part of it here on the screen. We'll go through what I'm allowed to share. In order to continue working alongside the Ex-Borg faction and take on the Xindi, commanders must be at operations level 40 and above and have 22,500 Ex-Borg faction reputation rep. I don't have time to edit this, so this is a one cut, y'all. I got to get to the stream. So you will be able to completely bypass shields, or the Xindi will be able to do that. So they're dangerous. They are powerful. So, dealing damage directly to your hull, have a powerful weapon that charges quickly. Very similar to how those Species 8472 bioships work. Commanders will need to get the new favor called Particle Beam Delay, which can be obtained with Ex-Borg credits in the faction store. So, I'm not going to get into too much detail on that. You can read what's on the screen. I can provide these in my Discord. And then, of course, these will be posted in the patch notes in the middle of the night when many of you are asleep. So, let's move on to like the next portion, because we're going to have to go through several different things to keep y'all informed. So we have got a lot to go through. There's new Ex-Borg reputation ranks. There's 5 of them. Distinguished, which is, most of you have probably maxed out now. Distinguished will be the next rank where you can get that prime beam delay. Then you have Celebrated, Esteemed, Venerated, Exalted, and Liberator. You also have new Ex-Borg bundles, which are a loot exchange, which is Xindi scrap, and bounties can be exchanged for reputation and new Ex-Borg credits. So you have Ex-Borg credits of rarity, uncommon, rare, and epic. New, like I said, new currencies, I told you. So I'm very curious to see how y'all like it. Now, there is some really neat stuff in that. It'll be different than what you've been used to before credit-wise. Like, you'll be able to actually work your way down. We'll explain that in more detail as the arc rolls out. But you will have a lot of bundles to exchange for here, so keep that in mind. So uncommon credits, what can uncommon credits get you? Look at the right side of your screen. Material exchange, so mats. Ship parts, so more materials, more ship parts. A big theme here is to increase the G4 and G5 economies, right? To make them more efficient, to make them easier to progress through, how they've done with the G3 economy, for example, with how quickly you can kind of progress through that if you choose to because of the sourcing. And then ship ability fuel, so like the various currencies for various ship abilities. Now, the rares are going to get you new favors or artifact shards, FKR faction reputation and credits, or shards of the Voyager Officer. So we actually have Voyager Officer sourcing coming in with these new rares, the rare credits. So if you use the rare credits to get favors, you can do that, or you can use it for a slew of other abilities, including an officer exchange, faction exchange, and the artifact haul. So that's pretty good. You're getting artifact sourcing here. You're getting Voyager Officer sourcing on some of the Voyager Officers that you've not been able to get. That I think is a good thing. Then you have the epic credits, which are right here above my head. Epic credits can be used to upgrade new favors. So there's favors that take uncommon, some that take rare, some that take epic, or tiering up forbidden tech items. So your cosmetics, your tier up catalyst, you've got a G4 mega chest, a G5 mega chest, and a G6 mega chest, and all kinds of other things in here in the epic. So it has 3 different currencies you'll earn as you go through the loop, but a lot of really neat stuff in there that I think a lot of players will appreciate. At least I really believe they will appreciate it. So about the exchange bundles, there are 3 bundles available to take high rarity credits and exchange them for a lower rarity. So you could have epic credits, but if you need rares, you can exchange the epics for rares. Now it can only work down, it doesn't work up. So you can't have like 40,000 uncommon credits and go up to epics. But if you have extra epics and you need, say, the rares for Voyager Officer sourcing, then you can exchange them and go down and get a bundle done and trade it in. Then you've got the Ex-Borg favors. There are 25 of them. A lot of them. A big one is called the critical floor. So the critical floor favor, if you fully go through it, will give you a 100% guaranteed floor of how low that can go. What does that actually mean? So let me explain what that means. What that actually ends up doing is with the floor, right now in PvP and some base rating situations, you can zero out damage, right? So because of how the Bajoran favor works with base stations or like the Interceptor Strike Team PvP crew, you can cause somebody to have 0 damage to your hull. If they do this favor, they won't be able to do that anymore. I guess technically favors are over there. And we'll just go ahead and put on the screen whole slew list, etc. of different favors coming in right there on the far part of your screen. So with that favor, you're now going to be guaranteed to deal some amount of damage if you hit a critical, if you get the critical floor favor. And that's just an example. There are other things in there for Borg Armadas. There are Monavine stuff. There's Voyager stuff, Interceptor, Explorer, Battleship, PvP stuff. You can see all the different favors listed here. So quite a bit, right? Assembly line stuff. There's repair favors. So there's a lot of it. Again, the whole focus is to take the Ex-Borg faction and to really throw a ton of sourcing that you haven't had, G4 and G5 efficiencies. Now, the negative many of you are going to comment on, and I hear it already, that's okay. I'm not telling you to not have this, is that it's a lot, which feels a heck of a lot more like quantity over quality. And you're going to be like, it's another loop, even if it is only a 5-minute grind, as the devs have said. I haven't played the loop. I don't know. But I will say this, just from the preview that I've shown you, you can see a lot of stuff being done to try to provide efficiency and quicker acquisition of things that you've been asking for. Voyager officers, ship parts, materials, etc. This is a big point of the release. Now, for any of you players who are lower level in the 30s, 20s, well, let's be honest, this doesn't really apply to you yet because it's set for 40 plus. But Ex-Borg opens up at level 38, and it is fantastic as it sits now with its research. And I think most people will learn to enjoy it or come to enjoy these additions. We'll have to wait and see how it rolls out. And obviously, this isn't the only thing rolling out. And I got to make sure I send something to this. I absolutely cannot miss an opportunity to go do one of these. So we're going to go do a formation armada real quick with our Coronar because I don't want to miss out. So let me swap this out right here. Like I said, I don't have time to edit this video, so you're getting a one shot and you're on an away team. Speed up, be done. All right, there we go. Away team complete. Critical? No critical, but can't miss formation armada. So confirm, and we're going to head on out. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. If it helps you out, drop it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be streaming here in just a minute. So live long and plunder. Stay safe for their Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch you on the next Star Trek Fleet Command video, which is literally tomorrow morning because we've got Arcfall and Battle Pass giveaway. I'm really excited about that. See you then.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.